Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cat back with another episode of Unchained with the Captain.
Unchained with the Captain.
And with me today is TheDoerle from Cooking with TheDoerle. Check out his channel. It's fucking awesome.
Great food.
Yeah, absolutely. And today we are not coming from the usual place. We're coming from Doerle's Darth Vader Museum, which we did a video about this, and it will be up pretty soon, so you can check everything out. And it is very impressive. Trust me.
It's important for the video because we need to show kind of the background of what kind of Star Wars fans we are. Because today we are reviewing the
Star Wars teaser trailer.
Yes, indeed. Now you have to understand what kind of die-hard fans we are. I have a Darth Vader tattoo on me. I have enough Star Wars t-shirts. I could go 3 weeks without wearing the same shirt and still not run out of Star Wars t-shirts. I have more action figures than most toy stores at this point.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, wholeheartedly. Because Jesus, look at this place. It's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, the trailer. Let's get
the trailer.
started.
Let's break it down step by step. Okay, so you start the trailer. Here's what you get. You get a scene of what looks to be Tatooine. And
could be Dantooine.
It may no. Didn't they destroy? Oh no, they didn't destroy that. They just found out there wasn't a base there.
They found the old rebel base that was on Dantooine.
Okay, right.
Anyway, it's a desert planet.
It looks a lot like Tatooine to me, anyway. So the first thing you see is up pops a stormtrooper, and he's kind of looking around like he doesn't know what's going on, and it's like, well, how did he get there?
Well,
I don't know.
It's notable to say this guy looks nothing like Jango Fett.
Nothing like Jango Fett.
But that's also important because you have to understand the clones would have been getting old. The clones that managed to survive long enough and still become something, most of those actually became Crimson Guard or higher ranking troopers.
Really?
And the stormtroopers, the average trooper that the Rebel Alliance was fighting against was, you know, just Joe the Plumber, you know, somebody that, you know, decided to enlist in the Imperial Navy or and get a job basically as a soldier, or as conscripts.
Which conscription was a big thing with that, and it kind of also explains why they can't shoot straight.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. That happened. That it all happened for a reason. Palpatine explained that at the end of it all, because the troopers were really supposed to be kind of an elite soldier unit. I don't like how they're kind of mockingly portrayed as these bumbling soldiers. They really were something more.
Right, they were is the key word there. They can't hit the broadside of a barn with a laser.
Well, anyway, we've got the scene on Tatooine, right?
Next, you get to see what looks like a ball with an astromech droid head on it, and spinning and rolling, and some people think it's R2-D2, but it's not. You can obviously tell that it's not R2-D2.
Yeah, R2's obviously an R2 series.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Droid.
Yeah. But it is an R2-D2.
No. Yeah. I do like this though because, you know, when the Empire was in power, they suppressed a lot of new technologies and stuff, and I can see, you know, repulsor lift technology being combined with new technologies to make different kinds of droids. So okay, down with that. You know, that's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, we get to see a shot of stormtroopers. That's kind of a really quick shot of a bunch of stormtroopers on what looks to be like some kind of
drop carrier ship. Yeah,
which
troop transport with the new trooper helmets, which look awesome.
Oh, they do.
You know, very streamlined.
Yeah.
And you know, this also makes sense to me because the Empire isn't necessarily going to fall just because you cut off its head, because it's a galactic empire. The Empire's everywhere. This is something that really bothered me about Special Edition at the end of Jedi, when as soon as they blow up the second Death Star, they're tearing down the statues of Palpatine.
Yeah.
It would take years to topple an empire that large.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah.
And while I realize that Expanded Universe is not canon in the least, they were fighting the Empire for decades.
Oh yeah.
Decades afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
what was that trilogy of books that?
The Dark Saber, the Dark Fleet.
Last Command, was that one of them?
Oh,
I think that was the third one.
I can't remember.
I don't know, but yeah, those are great books. But again, they're not
They're
canon,
decades
so,
later. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so the next thing we get is a quick shot of a girl on some kind of hover box or something, you know, taking off.
Very Podracer sounding. And she looks a lot like Natalie Portman.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. And that, again, that looks to be on Tatooine.
And I can't help but think that they'll try to tie that in somehow with previous stories, like maybe it was one of the pods, like one of the engines from one of the pods from that race.
Right,
you know?
right.
I can see that sort of thing happening.
Exactly. Okay, now we get to the good stuff. We get a shot of a bunch of Xwings flying over water, which is badass.
And they are, of course, the new Xwings. They are your granddaddy's T-65 or Incom T-65s. They've got a new design with the engines, the way they're set up on the wings. They still have the S foils, the stabilizer foils, locked into X position. You know, like they're for combat flight. Right over the water top.
Yeah, and it's getting spray
incredible.
Underneath of it.
It looks unbelievable.
It does. Yeah. It does. And I got to interject here, like like J.J. Abrams. Excuse me. Yeah, you know, he did the Star Trek movies and a bunch of other stuff, and I really think that him doing the treatment of this is going to be a success.
Oh, the trailer, you know, even 45 seconds into it, I was impressed. I've been impressed by other Star Wars trailers and been disappointed, but I too would have to agree that at this point I'm going into these movies with an open heart and an open mind. I think that they're going to give the fans, people like Camp and I, what we want out of a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I think Lucas just lost his way. You know,
there was too much levity in the prequels, and
not enough action.
Not enough action. Not enough.
You know, everybody walking around and talking.
But this isn't a video about his mistakes. This is This is about what's going on now.
So let's continue. Okay, so the last shot we get is the Millennium fucking Falcon.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Millennium Falcon.
And it just looks incredible. And
it
TIE
does.
fighters and
get
the TIE fighters in there, which is cool as hell. Yeah, I just overall, I mean, I would say the back end of the last half of the trailer was very impressive. You know. And the first half, you know, they're just kind of throwing tidbits in and stuff like that.
I think a lot of the scenes that we've seen in the trailer are all scenes from like just the first few minutes of the movie. You know, because they're all on this desert planet. You know, there's a stormtrooper. There's the TIE fighters and the Falcon flying over a desert scene. There's the girl on the box. The box.
For lack of a better word, yeah.
You
Nobody's identified this vehicle
yet.
So.
All of this, I think, is going to happen probably on Tatooine. That would be my assumption, or Dantooine, something in that.
Yeah.
They like to come back to that. I think it's very cyclical in the way that Star Wars has been like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think the movie's going to be great. Everything we've seen so far has been phenomenal looking.
Even the production still.
Yeah, even though it's been less than 2 minutes that we've seen so far.
Yeah, right.
But they do have everybody there. You know, we saw the Falcon, and that means that Harrison Ford is going to be playing Han Solo. We know Peter Mayhew is going to be there as Chewbacca. You know, we've got everybody.
Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill.
Oh yeah, everybody's on board.
Yeah.
There was also the scene with the new lightsaber.
Yeah. Now this has caused a lot of controversy because people are now claiming that what's the point of having a hilt on it? It's just gonna you just slice the two nubs off of it, and you can just cut the guy's hand off. Thoughts, Durley?
Well, you know, I like the way it looks. It's kind of badass. It makes me think that this guy knows a little bit more about lightsaber construction, so maybe he's gotten a hold of a Sith holocron or something. Maybe some of the old Jedi holocrons. The name of the movie is The Force Awakens, and the voiceover, it's like, can you feel it? Awakening in the Force. Maybe this movie is about things from deep in the past of the Force coming up and awakening. Maybe this unfaced Jedi or Sith that we're seeing with this brand new sword style, lightsaber style, maybe he's just recreating some other great Sith Lord from the past had. Maybe he went to Korriban. Maybe they're going to make something about that. as part of canon, because obviously the Jedi Order existed for thousands of years. So the Sith had also existed as well. There's a lot of things that were never explained or brought up. I really think that's what's going to happen here. Is you know, we're going to see there's going to be some kind of explanation. This guy, his lightsaber, it's just some old technology which has become new technology, and he knows something about lightsaber battle and construction that other people don't, and which will give him an edge. Yeah,
I would tend to agree.
Yeah, that's my analysis of that as a pretty damn diehard fan.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That's our reaction video for the Star Wars Episode VII trailer. Again, I'd like to thank TheDoerle for hosting the show today.
Hey,
it is in his awesome museum, and this video will be up. We'll do a tour of it, and that should be up about the same time this one is. So yeah, definitely check that out. And again, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you are dismissed.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.